Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. Thank you very much for joining. So we are reacting to a song by Blue Magic called Sideshow. And this was requested by Deeper Dive. So thank you very much, Deeper Dives, for requesting this. So yeah, I've never heard these guys before. So let's go.
Hurry, step right up. See the Sideshow in town for only 50 cents.
Wow.
Step right up, hurry, hurry, before the show begins. My friend,
Wow.
stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will attend. It'll only cost you 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me. See the man with the broken heart, you'll see that he is sad. He hurts so bad, so bad, so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the man who's been crying for a million years. So many tears, so many tears. See the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest little show in all the land. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Step right on in. Step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry.
Wow, what a song. Oh god, there's so many beautiful songs out there, man. Like, what? They just keep coming. Like, there's just an endless amount of amazing songs out there. It's crazy. And as soon as it started playing, I was like, I've heard this sample before, and it's from Chris Brown's Young Love. Tell me what's the definition of love? It's the same, but it's like a little bit sped up. So I was like, wow. And I love like being introduced to songs, and then I'm like, oh my god, like this is the original of another song that I love that they sample. So I love being able to appreciate the actual like creation and like where it actually came from. But then sometimes even the 80s songs, this is 80s, right? Or 70s, 74. Sometimes they sample things even from back. So it's kind of just like a cyclical thing. But I mean, I don't think they did. But I mean, if they did, then tell me in the comments. But yeah, I feel like it's that sampling of like good music and good little bits of a song always kind of find their way back into people's songs, even they sample. Which is nice. But there's just, and I loved how it was slowed down in this one as well. And I love the instrument used. I think the instrumental was so beautiful. Like I loved the triangle that was used with the little sparkles. It just adds like you know, they're called Blue Magic, and it does have like a magical vibe to it with those instruments. And then the harp, when they would go down the scales with the harp, was just gorgeous. Like, oh my god, let's listen to that. But so the triangle,
Hurry.
that harp there, oh god. And then the harp does a madness here as well.
Guarantee. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford.
Ooh, it's just, you can't go wrong with a harp and a triangle. I feel like if you add those instruments to a song, it just adds instant magical feel to it, and I just love it. Like it's that reminiscing sort of nostalgic feel. Like it's just magical, pretty. It's really beautiful. The voices as well, like his voice, the main singer's voice, the harmonies, it was just so pretty and magical and soft, and oh, it was just really pretty song. Like the voice, I think there was a particular bit where I really enjoyed the voice.
There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the
It's just so pretty, man, and I just love like the higher bits as well.
Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry.
And the shit there.
Sideshow.
But there are elements where the band is sort of singing the main bit and then he's adding his ad libs. It's just really like R&B vibes actually. But this would be a ballad, I would say, right? But it's introducing those things of like, you know, when they have the main vocals and then they add things on top and elements and things like American R&B soul, literally. So yeah, it's those R&B elements that I personally love about R&B, when they have that kind of free flow at the end where, you know, the main vocal, the melody's playing, and it's like we know it's predictable, we know what's kind of coming, but then there's that unpredictability of the main vocalist doing his thing, and like I love that element of songs. It's one of my favorite bits of songs, especially R&B songs. I love it. So yeah, the lyrics: step right up, hurry hurry, before the show begins, my friends, stand in line, get your tickets, I hope you will attend. It will only cost you 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me. See the man with the broken heart, you'll see that he is sad, he hurts so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see, no doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin, hurry hurry. Can't afford to pass it by, guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. See the man who's been crying for a million years, so many tears. See the girls who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting that one man band, the saddest little show in all the land. Oh, even that like line, the saddest little show in all the land, it gives it like a very magical feel to it, and it definitely adds to the instrumental. and just the way in which it's sung. Like, it's a really interesting song because I was like, I wasn't following the lyrics as much, and I was like, what is this song actually about? And it's very much like about just people's stories and life, and like people's heartbreak, and witnessing, like being a witness to people's pain and people's heartbreak, and having it like be almost a community problem as opposed to an individual problem, where the community's involved in terms of healing and helping people heal. There's a group of people there, and that's the vibe that I'm getting. But I'm gonna have a look at the context now, because there's something about this song that's very very unique, and I want to understand. So, because when he said Sideshow, I was like, what is that? What is that referring to? Because I was very tempted to be like Slideshow, which is such a like, it shows kind of like what generation I was born into, right? Which is funny. So, but yeah, obviously it's an R&B vocal group. Blue Magic is quintessential 74 Philly soul ballad. The song uses a metaphor of a traveling circus. So that's what they mean by sideshow. A carnival sideshow, to tell a poignant, heartbreaking story of a person dealing with a painful, unrequited romance. Okay. Interesting that I interpreted what I interpreted from it. But now that I know the context, it's like it's giving more to the song, because it makes sense. But it is kind of talking about sort of, let's get the lyrics back up. See the man with a broken heart, and then see the girl who has lost their only love. So it's both perspectives. But it's interesting that I picked up on that. Maybe it has some validity to other people, if you guys picked up on that, who's kind of not of that generation, or doesn't know the song or whatever. I feel like it can be interpreted in different ways, which is interesting. But it is, though, because it's called Sideshow, and the fact that it's like, now it says traveling circus, that circus has that sort of connotation of like tricks and entertainment, and people watch it. But I feel like the vibe of the song definitely doesn't give that feel of like, this is just a show, it's kind of like circus, it's funny. It doesn't give that vibe. It gives it a very soothing vibe, and almost like, yeah, we are a witness to the pain, and we can witness it and hold space for it, even if it's not our own pain. That's the vibe that I get. I wonder what you guys think of it. Tell me in the comments what your perspectives are as well. I'd love to hear. So the song was composed by Bobby Ellie and Vinnie Barrett after a visit to an antique museum featuring old circus props. Wow. They didn't want to make the circus theme a happy one, noting that circus workers were often hardworking but inherently sad people. Wow. It took them 4 months to finish writing it. That's really interesting. I love this fun facts. Producer and label intervention. When record producer and guitarist Norman Harris heard the demo, he immediately insisted it to be recorded. Despite the label being slightly hesitant because of the abstract lyrics, it was eventually recorded at the famous Sigma Sound Studios in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is really like a huge part of music, right? I mean, you guys are always saying Philly soul, the Philly sound, and then Philadelphia was a really big part of like music from what I'm learning, which is amazing. Yeah, like a lot of artists were from there, right? Like, yeah. So, yeah, the master of ceremonies. The song is instantly recognizable by its intro, which samples a slow, somber version of Julius. You see, this is interesting. It's funny that I picked up on that, because I literally said it reminds me of Chris Brown sampled that in his song. And then it's saying the song instantly recognizable by its intro, which samples a slow, somber version of Julius's Fouquet's entrance of the gladiators. The classic circus theme song. Isn't that amazing? I picked up that it could potentially been sampled even before them. Interesting. Group members Mills then acts as a ringmaster, saying, "Hurry, hurry, step right up. See the saddest show in town for only 50 cents." It's a really unique song, released on their self-titled debut album on the Atco label, reaching #1 on the Billboard for R&B chart and peaking at #8 on the Hot 100. Wow, that's so cool. That's really amazing. Yeah, it's really amazing. It's just a really, really, really nice song. Really unique concept for a song as well, which I always appreciate obviously I love songs that are about, to be fair, this is a generic topic in terms of heartbreak and like love, but then it's done in a very unique way, which I like it. So it's like, it's a topic that we all kind of experience and we can all relate to on some level, but it's done in a way that it still kind of it still brings fresh ideas to a topic that we always love sung about, if that makes sense. So I really loved it. Really, it makes you definitely compassionate, like that observation. It's not, they didn't necessarily write it from their own heartbreak, although that could be motivators into some lyrics and some context. Because at the end of the day, even though you're writing from a different perspective as an artist, I feel like you always like deep down, it's a way to offload pain that you've experienced, even if it is from heartbreak or from other things. So, but I really like the fact that they wrote it from the perspective of, people that they aren't, like, they don't work in a circus, they're not circus workers, but they wrote it from that pain perspective, which is really unique and interesting, and something that I feel makes me love the song even more. But yeah, I love this one. This was great. So thank you so much, Deep Dives, for requesting this. This is an amazing request. But yeah, if anybody else has any of the requests, there is a link in my description, as I've mentioned. You guys really shape the vibe and what I react to on this channel. I mean, the majority of the songs I do put on my channel are ones that you have requested. So if there's something that you would like to shift and move my channel into, you want me to do more live performances, or you want me to react to more audio recordings, then feel free to just send what you want to see, yeah, but I will continue to do sort of foreign reaction videos, because my channel is all about global music as well. So I embrace Latin music, Indian, Punjabi music, all of my roots that I love to embrace, and other songs like from Japan, Japanese rock. So yeah, if there's anything like that that you have in mind that you'd love for me to react to, then feel free to request it in the link. But yeah, if you like the vibe that I create, feel free to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for requesting, and thank you so much for watching, tuning in. I'm very grateful. Bye.